Hello, brothers and sisters. Cameron here. I hope that your day is going well, and I'm here with a huge update. This is pretty big. I didn't expect it was going to happen this soon. I knew it was going to happen sometime in August, but it's happening now. Let me see if I can prop my phone up on this thing. We'll do okay. And I spilled water on my shirt before I was doing this. Anyway, brothers and sisters, it's good to see you again. I have several things to announce. One is my buddy Jordon over on JW Rebuttal. He's actually running a campaign right now that you can donate to. It's for a book that he's writing. I like him. He's a cool dude. And he's an ex-Bethelite, born and raised Jehovah's Witness. Amazing story. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link down in the description to his channel. I've watched a ton of his videos. Just really, really interesting. I think the first video I watched from him was he was like, I was in a JW wake, and he actually talks about how they totally changed the verbiage of the things that he said and just change everything to fit their needs, which, you know, it's growing up as Jehovah's Witnesses, it's a lot of people's dreams to be in the awakes and watchtowers, and Bethelites often get in them. Well, they did. He shares his experience. Bethelite, just cool stuff. Please go support him. Cool dude. Here's the main meat of today's videos. I have a bunch of videos already planned, but this just happened out of nowhere. I literally got the text yesterday morning. Today I'm making a video about it, and this weekend something else is happening. So it's crazy. Lots of good things. I hope that you're doing well. 6 months ago, and if you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram at Kameron Fader. You actually see I post a lot more there. I'm the most active there. I do have a Facebook now because people have been adding me on Facebook for years now, and I finally made a place where you can go and like. But Instagram is still my most favorite place to go and interact with everybody. But go to Instagram, Kameron Fader. You'll see the actual posts and behind-the-scenes pictures as the days go forward. I'm going to get closer to this. Man, I was like, stuck my hand in my pocket and there's a ring that I found. Anyway, 6 months ago, Hearst Media, Mark Albert from the Washington, D.C., he's a Chief National Investigative Reporter, contacted me and a whole group of other people, Karen and Roger Bentley. There's 12 other survivors like Candace Conti. Oh God, there's so many names. There's Stephanie and Brian. There's and all of these comrades have actually come together and helped with the bill SB 360. This bill, if you haven't heard about, that we're working on to prevent all religions and all organizations, religious or not, from hiding child abuse or abuse and claiming clergy penitent privilege and screwing over the victim. 6 months ago, I was contacted. They said they heard my story. I was interviewed, and they said, hey, would you like to be a part of this thing? And they heard about the work that we're doing with SB 360. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I had some questions, and then it checked out, and I was like, okay, well, let's do this thing. Turns out it ends up being a 5-part series that's going to be released on Monday, August 12th, 13th, 14th, and I think 15th. I got the dates. I'll have the links and the dates down below. And on Instagram, I have already made a post, so go there, check that out, leave a comment. Where myself and 12 others, so 13 total abuse victims, our lives were turned upside down, and I was listening to some of the stories there. I remember losing it after the second story, and then my story, and then the third story. It was such an emotional day and time, and I'm glad that I did it. I got to meet a bunch of other XJW YouTubers like Veronica from the Smurfs channel, Zeb, who runs around and, you know, calls out pedophiles at meetings and stuff like that. Just a really different type of activism. Really nice dude, really chill. I leaned on this thing and it made a bump. I know I'm talking so fast and so many things are going on in my head. I'm probably leaving people out, but I'll try to leave as many links as I can to everyone on social media who's comfortable with that. 13 people talked about their abuse stories, and Mark Albert then took those stories, followed up with some of the people in the interviews, and then even went to headquarters in Watchtower headquarters in New York, upstate New York, Warwick, where I've been. I actually recently found some video footage on an old hard drive that I need to be able to edit. Also, if you've noticed, I'm filming this on my phone, my camera, my computer, and my editing screen. Thankfully, a friend recently actually gave me an editing screen, but my camera and my computer broke when I was out in Monterey a few weeks ago. There's an Instagram post of that. So I'm filming everything on my phone. If you can spare a few dollars, that would be awesome. I think after 3 years of vlogging, and this is actually my 3rd year anniversary. August is of waking up from the brainwashing of Jehovah's Witnesses. I think I'm in a position to ask for a couple bucks. If you can, link in the description as well. I'm really excited because he went to Watchtower. I haven't even seen it yet. As of this moment recording this, I'm hoping to upload this tonight. I haven't seen any of the video. I don't know what happens. I know that they follow up with Roger and Karen, mostly because he was the elder involved in Candace Connie's case, where they covered up abuse, the Jehovah's Witnesses covered up abuse from a pedophile that went from church to church to church. I feel comfortable calling it church now, but congregation to congregation, because JWs don't identify as churches, so if you're JW watching, I know the language. It's happening. It's coming out. So here in Northern California, KCRA is the place where actually we filmed it, and I've been sitting on this for months, like 6 months of nervous and excitement and not really sure what to expect of, hey, this is happening. I feel gratitude and honor and humbleness to be surrounded by people. Oh, there's this one dude, Steven from fucking Australia. He was the guy that was behind the Australian Royal Commission, and he helped. Grew up born and raised as a Jehovah's Witness. His story is insane. I'm hoping to get clips of each of these stories and just put them on the YouTube channel to give them more and more exposure, because we need to talk about how serious child abuse and sexual abuse is in these organizations. Along with the Catholics, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, Scientology, they all have been working behind the scenes politically for many, many years and decades, which blows your mind as a Jehovah's Witness, because you're told that, politics are controlled by Satan, so I have nothing to do with it. But the Jehovah's Witnesses behind everyone's back has their hands deep into politics. And most brazenly and hilariously is the Catholics. California Catholic Conference, we've had the most opposition from them. Well, they'll just blatantly flat out lie to their members. I also have an Instagram post about that, showing one of their videos where they just lie about what the bill is actually about, SB 360, the one we're working on to stop religions and churches from hiding child abuse. And they just said it was infringing on religious freedom. They don't really go into detail about what it is. They're so vague about it. They're just flat out lying to their members. If you're Catholic, you're not. I don't think Catholics are bad. I think that their leaders are doing things just like the rest of these crazy cult religions are abusing policies and political movements. They've even, when we were doing our work, they threatened senators to vote against SB 360 or they wouldn't get reelected, because they have that much power. It's insane. All those conspiracy theories that you grew up thinking about and hearing about in movies and like crazy Mission Impossible stuff, like it, we're starting to see some of that, like it's actually a thing. Anyway, man, I am going all over the fuck everywhere. The video is this 5-part series coming out Monday. It's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll have all the dates in the doobly-doo, the description. Please watch it. Please share it. I will have links on Instagram and on the Facebook page that's new. You should go like that if you haven't. You can connect with me. Messages take me a while, like a few weeks usually, to respond, because there's just messages coming in left, right, up and down, A, B, on from all sides, or BA. If you know that reference, say what up. I am responding. It just takes time. And then if you have a question too, this is a new thing I've been doing, is if you have a question, if it's asked enough or if I've been asked before, I'll make a response video. Last week, or a couple weeks ago, I made a video on should I date a Jehovah's Witness, because I kept getting these questions from people who had no idea anything about Jehovah's Witnesses, and I covered it from my perspective of dating someone who got me disfellowshipped and then trying to convert her and then breaking up with her and then realizing the brainwashing and the mental like abusive mindset that I had from a Jehovah's Witness background. Cool stuff. Ask me questions. Anyway, holy crap, I'm all over the place. It's Hearst Media who's doing it, and they had a national reporter come in and say, hey, this needs to be talked about. My favorite thing that I'm really excited about that I haven't seen but I heard about is where they go to headquarters and confront them and say, hey, these 13 people have similar stories. What do you have to say about this Watchtower? I'm super duper fucking excited to see what that says. I can't even tell you how excited that makes me inside to actually go. Because if I had the money, which I'm hoping to through activism eventually, and working my ass off on my own hustle, is to travel and go to these places, including headquarters, take a tour, and then ask them the tough questions. Including, I'm going to start doing more cart approaches now, because that camera didn't die. It's this little spy camera I have. That did not die. So I'm going to go out and do some more of those with some new approaches that I figured out worked, and cornering people scripturally. It's really interesting, especially where I'm at right now. I'm an agnostic atheist where I don't believe in the Bible anymore. I think the Bible is very hypocritical, because all Christian-related religions, for the most part, cherry pick scriptures so much, and they don't address the immorality of God's decisions. So whether you agree or disagree, I think it's very interesting, and it's the responsible thing to do to ask these questions and ask both sides, because the other side's already been represented, but ask these questions and ask for logical responses. Because I came out as an agnostic atheist like over a year ago, got a backlash on this YouTube channel from some people who weren't supportive, which is fine. We're allowed to have differences in opinion, but I haven't had any logical responses or answers to that, and they still, to this day, no logical responses. But you can see videos that I've done on that previously, and I'll be doing more soon. Anyway, it's coming out. I'm going to have links for everybody. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is going to be huge. We need to spread the word together as a group and a community. I recently joined Reddit too, so I'm going to I joined like all of them, XJW, ex-Mormon, ex-Muslim, ex-Scientologist Reddits. I'm going to start posting there and interacting with people, because I realize this has become more and more of a passion project for myself, where I need to get involved more in the community deep. Like, I still haven't made a video addressing the child sex abuse article that came out from the Jehovah's Witnesses, and the PDF that they released, and the articles they're releasing, and the hypocrisy, and the how they eloquently almost skip around and skirt around scriptures and the issues, and the videos I have recorded of elders admitting that they're not going to do shit. Literally, they won't do anything. So anyone who's abused is on their own. And I even cornered an elder who I grew up with, and his own kids were abused, and he cried. And the brainwashing, you can see the pain in his eyes. I haven't released any of that because I have nothing to edit on. So if you can donate a few dollars, I've been doing everything on my iPhone, which is surprisingly, you can do a lot. But editing older videos and footage that I have, if you can donate a few dollars, that'd be awesome to keep the vlog going and get back on its feet. Anyway, links will be coming soon. Ask me all the questions. It's best to ask me on Instagram. I do have a Facebook link that you can come and interact with. I'm starting to post this stuff. I'm trying to do it a lot more often to blast how important it is to talk about these issues. This is just the beginning. And even this weekend, I'm leaving out of town for something that's happening on Sunday, which I haven't, it's another news media group, and then there was some more other interviews that are going on. I'm excited about this because this is bringing more awareness to what we're doing, and how serious of an issue and how serious of a public safety issue this is. This is regardless of religion. Like, if you believed in the flying spaghetti monster, or if you believed in unicorns and shit, great. Just stop hurting children. Stop covering it up and victimizing victims. Stop lying to people and using their money manipulatively and politically against the greater good. And let people exit and come into, more importantly, exit the religion without repercussions. In fact, the United Nations, recently, I just remember Eric from JW Struggle, I met him for the second time at the Tahoe Apostafest, which I hope you get to see some interviews from that. He told me the United Nations, I didn't even know this because I remember seeing his channel back in the day, has one of their policies is that someone should be able to leave and enter a religion freely without punishment or danger. And I get messages, I'm starting to get messages from ex-Muslims who are afraid to come out because I brain farted, but they face death. This is a public safety issue for all religions, and it's not okay to shun someone. I am friends with people who've lost their lives and lost loved ones, and I haven't talked to my own mother and my cousins and her sister in 5 years, and my own friends and family that were Jehovah's Witnesses shun me, and they won't fess up or own up to the abuse that I went through as a child. It's not okay. So we're doing something. We're making an effort. Please share this video. Leave some comments below. I love you, brothers and sisters. Again, follow me on Instagram, and any questions, I will get to them as soon as I can in the next few days down in the comments. Let's see. subscribe if you're not ready, blah, 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 all that stuff. And brothers and sisters, I hope you have a great weekend. Some really exciting things are coming soon, starting on Monday. I will see you all then. No, that's not what I usually say. I say, I'll see you in the next video. That's what I say.